All right, so before I can solve the problem, I got to look at my KB. So I've got, this is my acid one. There's my KB one. So we're looking up the KB value for this C6H5NH2. Let's see. All right, it's actually this one, this phenylamine, and I know it doesn't look, you actually are going to have to count the carbons. It's the one with the most carbons. So if you count those carbons, you're going to see C6, you're going to see 5 H's, and you're going to see an NH2 group on it. So that's that one. So it's 4.3 times 10 to the minus 10th. Notice this says KB is equal to, because that's an OH group, I have to call it KB. This is super important for next week to pay attention to whether or not you're calling it KA or KB. Super duper important. That's KB. Now I'm going to work it the rest of the way. It wants to know what the pH is. This is my initial amount, ICE. So minus X, 0, 0, X, and X. So hopefully you're enjoying that. We don't have any weird, crazy squared times 2 things in here. And this is my products. It's this times this. So if I actually were to write the KB, it would have been OH minus times C6H5NH3 plus over C6H5NH2. So it's going to be X times X, so X squared, over 0.200 minus X. I'm going to throw that X out, so that gives me X squared over 0.200, 4.3 times 10 to the minus 10th. I'm going to bring my calculator over. So I have 4.3 e to the minus 10th times 0.2. And I'm going to take the square root of that number. You could always go ahead and combine those steps if you want to. Put it all in at once with the square root. Just make sure you get the same answer. 2.7 times 10 to the minus 6 is what I get for X. Do a quick check to make sure it's less than 5%. So I'm going to divide it by 0.2 and then times 100. Yeah, that's less than 5%, so I'm good. All right, so back to the problem. What does it want me to figure out is the pH. So right now, what I have is this number, which is equal to my OH. So I can go to POH by doing the negative log of my 9.27 times 10 to the minus 6. I've got the number in my calculator, so I'm just going to use the number that's actually in my calculator. It's always the best practice. And so, again, that gives me, negative log of, tap that number, closed, and that gives me 5.0, 32, whatever. That's my POH. What matters is my pH, which is 14 minus my POH. So I just need to do 14 minus that answer. Don't do any rounding. Notice how this is all straight in the calculator. 8.97 is my pH. And I probably should round that to just the 1 decimal place. But pay attention to what the problem says and see how many decimal places that it wants you to have too. Actually, no, that's fine. 8.97 is fine.